what I saw depicted about those individuals on horseback treating human beings the way they were is horrible. And I fully support what is happening right now, which is a thorough investigation into exactly what is going on there. But human beings should never be treated that way. And I'm deeply troubled about it, and I'll also be talking with Secretary Mayorkas today about it. Listen, the whole point is that we have to understand.
Yeah, the rest of that's unimportant.
I mean, talk about...
That was Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, who came out of hiding. She's good for doing that these days. It's interesting how they made a big deal of how she's the first this, the first that, first woman of color, first woman vice president, blah 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 blah, and she's constantly in hiding. I'm glad she didn't laugh during that particular little segment thingy that she had going on there. But yeah, that was her speaking about the now infamous whipping at the border. That has already been debunked. That is indeed and not a real thing. The by the way, Ada Jet Noise. Catch me on rumble.com, on facebook.com, and on youtube.com. Please like, subscribe. Subscribe does not mean you're paying for anything. Literally says subscribe. You click on that and you get, whatever little videos or notifications that I put out. And on Facebook, if you join me on Facebook, I'm constantly keeping an eye on the news. So I'm constantly posting what's going on and my opinions, and feel free to comment whether you agree or disagree, because I don't have to be right. I just have to start the conversation. What Miss Harris was talking about was the now infamous photo of the Haitian immigrant apparently getting whipped by what looks like a cowboy, which is actually an ICE agent. The strap there that you see kind of dangling down from roughly about the horse's head, somewhere between the horse's head and the rider's head, the ICE agent's head, you'll see a strap, if you can see my cursor at all on there, a strap coming down, and this is now the infamous whip that everyone is talking about. And this, of course, puts you in the mindset of slavery. Black men running what looks like a white man on a horse is whipping the black man. When indeed, neither of those things weren't necessarily happening. They were trying to use the horses as it's sort of an intimidation factor. The horses are big, strong animals. They are far, far faster than a human being. Far stronger than a human being. And what they were doing was deterring those particular illegal immigrants from crossing the border. And in this case, what he was doing was, this gentleman was probably trying to make a little run for it, and he was cut off. Now, I'm seeing a lot of stories, including one I saw on YouTube just not too long ago, just a few minutes ago, where it says, "Why do they still ride? Why do they still ride? These ICE officers, these guys in cowboy hats. what is the purpose of the horse? There's no need for horses to run down people, which again, when you look at the actual video, there was no one running down anyone. They were just literally cutting people off. And a couple of people try to trot past, and in some cases, they used just a little bit of force, just as you see here in the photograph. Now, you can turn this into anything you want to, but this particular moment looks far worse than the actual outcome. He just stopped the guy. The guy tried to get away, knowing that if someone gets past them, they just lose them. So, what you do is you corral the people. Oh my God, he said corral. You corral the people, and you get them in an organized way, because they have not been able to necessarily keep them out. They're just not going to. They don't have the support of the White House in order to keep them out. So, in this case, the now infamous picture of the whipping. Oh yeah, the strap, by the way, not a whip. No, it's the reins of the horse. In case you didn't know, horses do not come with steering wheels or handlebars. They use, in most cases, a leather strap. Leather strap on. Sometimes it's two pieces, sometimes it's one piece, and you're able to steer the horse by kind of guiding them with that strap. It just kind of turns their nose in the direction that you turn their nose in the direction you want them to go to, and they go in that particular direction. Beautiful trained animals will do that. Will do that for you. So, the now infamous picture. Again, back to the question, why do they still ride? Or why are they using horses? Why are they being so mean? They're being mean, stinky, poopy heads. Well, the same people that are that are asking that question are forgetting these particular situations. Here, I'll just show you this video. And you tell me what you get out of this. What you're looking at now in this particular video is a protest in Cleveland, Ohio. And you can see the mounted police officers, that's what they call police officers throughout the entire country that ride horses. They call them mounted police officers. The horses are trained to do exactly what you're seeing now. Crowd control. Deter, corral crowds. You can see the horses calmly pushing forward, effectively pushing forward, and eventually they will disperse. They will break up this crowd. Horses being used in an authoritative manner by the police is an everyday thing, an every single day thing, right? And you can see the same people that were eventually feeling a little bit cocky, sort of break up their little gang, if you will. That was in Cleveland. That wasn't even a border patrol kind of thing. It wasn't even the Wild West, which is what some people might think is going down at the border. That's at least what they're making it. The media is still talking about ICE agents whipping black people. Because they won't necessarily say Haitians or anything like that. It's best if you don't say anything at all. Just show the picture of a black guy looking like he's being run down by a white guy on a horse. So they're still pushing the narrative, despite the video that came out that showed that completely debunks the whole whipping thing. There's no whips involved. Border Patrol agents don't carry whips. They're so concerned about whips. Did they say anything when you would literally see the Taliban, the Taliban actually whipping Afghanis with what looks like some sort of rods. They have these kind of makeshift, kind of like, they're 3.5 feet long, kind of weird whip type things. And if you're not doing what they want you to do, if they need you on the other side of the street, they'll just literally whip you. Like maybe grandpa used to, or grandpa used to do with their belt. It literally had that chancleta action. Chancleta. So that is if the media is so concerned about people getting whipped, where were they when it came time to be outraged about the Taliban whipping grown people during the whole Afghan debacle, which is quite frankly still a debacle. But here's another video. This is New Orleans. This is horses, man. This is an everyday thing. Why are we afraid of? Why are we all of a sudden outraged about horses doing police work? This is an everyday thing. This is the POV of an officer on the back of their horse. You can see there at the bottom of the screen the ears of the horse. They are actually walking. They're actually behind a suspect, really. And there you go. He's picking up speed. So he's in the streets of New Orleans, through Bourbon Street and all. Pardon me. Come on. Let's go. Come on. There we go. They're chasing a suspect. This is a horse amongst innocent people doing a great job of working its way through people. Officer making sure that he is letting everyone know we're on our way. They're chasing a suspect through New Orleans. A horse doing police work, the way horses are supposed to do police work. Just like you saw in the images at the border. Look out! Indeed, sir. So they are chasing a suspect here in New Orleans, and they eventually come up to him at some sort of construction site, and the other officers are able to track the man down and arrest him the way it's supposed to happen. Again, we could do shows on the media for frickin' ever. It is especially the legacy media. It is a constant struggle to get these people to tell the truth. It really is it's a heartbreaking thing to deal with. It really is. Because so many people are still turning their television sets on and is trying to seek some sort of truth from these people. So they're trying to put some sort of trust into these people And all they do is lie. There was no whipping at the border. And why were they using some sort of show of force at the border? Well, look at this. What you're looking at is a freeway, a bridge on a freeway. All those little colors and dots and stuff that you see there along in that big space there, those are all people. Most of them Haitian. They literally are setting up a camp. They're building huts. And they're staying in this space underneath this bridge. In many cases, thousands of people. If you can see under the bridge, there's a lot of people under the bridge itself. Thousands of people literally have to shift maybe every 15 minutes, every couple of hours, or what have you. They have to shift their position in order to stay in the shade because it's 100 plus degrees in Texas right now. So you will see like these groups of people just kind of, they'll get up every so often and they'll just kind of move into the shade. They'll move into the shade, kind of the sundial effect. As the sun goes over, the people shift. The shade shifts, of course, and the people want to stay within the shade. And again, then you'll see, if you look carefully, you'll see people, I don't know, they're using sticks, or I don't know, what is that? Sticks, bamboo, grass, I don't know, branches. I don't know what that is, but they're literally making huts. That's Texas. The majority of those people are Haitian. Haitian people. Then we had the bright idea just last week of Biden. The White House said, fly them back to Haiti. So they flew, I don't know, a plane or two back to Haiti, 3 maybe. When, in fact, the people that they were flying back thought they were going to Florida. Now, you would say, well, why would you let illegal immigrants into Florida? That's a good thing that they flew them back. In many cases, the people that they flew on the plane haven't been to Haiti. They've been in South America. Some of them have never been there. Some of them haven't been there in 10, 15 years. It is an awful situation. I'm going to have to get my life situation squared away. So as I do that, here we go. I'm doing these late, and I have this light on a timer, and I keep forgetting about it. So please forgive me. I'll get it squared away. By all means, if the media, if you're still getting your news from the media, and something really affects you, something really hurts it really, I don't know, hurts you, makes you angry. If it outrages you, please take a moment to get the other side. Don't live with that. If something doesn't sound right, try to find out the other side. The other side is not your enemy. It genuinely is not your enemy. It's tough. It's tough to see just how awful our Border Patrol agents are being treated. And then most of them never give up. The pressure's put on them. They don't get any support. They did a couple of years ago. They did. You know, what's funny? It hasn't even necessarily been a year. It hasn't even been a year. since they felt support from their government. That's how fast this White House is moving and ripping apart this country. So most of those people are Haitians coming in illegally. But here's an interesting note. Now that the debacle happened in Afghanistan, we have Afghan people coming in, seeking asylum. They're refugees. Some of them already United States citizens, but the ones that are United States citizens, you probably don't have to worry about as much as the ones that are now going to be brought into this country. And many of those people deserve a far better life than what they were getting in Afghanistan, and definitely what they were going to get from the Taliban in Afghanistan. But here, let me fill you in on some of this stuff. The Biden administration is planning to permanently resettle Afghans in 46 states across the nation, including Arizona, red state, Florida, red state, Georgia, red state, Ohio, red state, Michigan, most of it's red, but Detroit screws all that up. Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Texas. All right. Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, swing states. Texas, red state. Those states, if they are not red, they are swing. They are going to drop Afghan refugees into these states. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a Democrat plan. In addition to these people coming in, the Afghanis. In addition to these people coming in, they are coming in, some with measles, some of them with mumps, tuberculosis, malaria, Hep A, and coronavirus. Varicella, please correct me. Please, by all means, correct me. Varicella and leishmaniasis. They're coming in with disease. That doesn't mean we turn them away, but it does mean that we need to do something about it if we are indeed going to take people in. Those are the people that are coming from Afghanistan. Those are the people that some of them are coming in sick. Most of them will be dropped off in, of course, red states and swing states. Kind of do a little numbers crunching on the Democrat side. It's not just the media, folks. It's Democrats, left-wingers, socialists. They're all just plain old commies. Thanks for joining me. Remember, if you're getting your news from television media and something doesn't sound right, or if it outrages you, or it seems like it should outrage you, but the media is not covering it the way they should, please speak to the other side. get their take on it. You don't have to do anything about it, but it would be a great benefit to mankind if we all were on the same page when it came to the things we need to know. A to Z Noise. Rumble, Facebook, YouTube. Please hit like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Please let me know what your opinions are. Give me suggestions. How do we make this world a better place? We're going to touch global warming here real soon because Biden went in front of the UN yesterday to talk about global warming when indeed it's not about global warming for these Democrats, for these socialists. It's not about that. It is indeed about control. And we're handing over everything that is America in the name of global warming. Again, thanks for joining me. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Till then, big hug, be good, be still, enjoy your life.